You're much better than me at this. No, one more step. Like, I reached my end today. Happy Wednesday, guys. We're just getting right to business today. I have some boys in a pretty big need of a pedicure, and now that I have my new hoof trimmers, this isn't such an overwhelming job. I was trying to hold out until I had this new Vino tilt table. I think it just tilts back, but I am going to use Old Faithful. The problem with this one, the last time I tried to get these Suffolks in here, I could barely get it shut because they're just so big. So it's going to be a bit of a process, but I thought I'd get started today. If I don't finish today, I'll finish tomorrow. I can leave some of the boys actually in this pen. The ewes that are sheared at the back, they got lots of feeder space. So I just figured it was a good time. I have a quiet couple days, just work away at this. I also have to ship my my market lambs this afternoon. All right, we'll bring these boys up and then get my my gear on. Okay, we're suited up. All right, let's get to business. Starting off with Prince William. Okay. You get back. So it's a good time now just to check testicles, make sure everything's okay. And his feet aren't too crazy bad. Okay, turn it on. Why does it say my battery is low when I plugged it in?
That's crazy.
No. Are you kidding me? Oh, just a sec. Technology is a wonderful thing when the charger's plugged in. I thought it was plugged in, but I guess it wasn't. So we're gonna do this guy the old-fashioned way, and hopefully that'll charge in the meantime. I'm also going to, I know they aren't sheared, but I'm going to do my best to try and treat them with lice while I've got them here. And then 2 weeks today, I'll have to do it again. I'll just have to remember. Good boy, you're so brave. There you go. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna see if that thing charged. Battery here says I have 0 battery, but it's working, and the actual battery pack on the charger says it's fully charged, so I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Okay, I'm just taking a little bit off the tips, and then if you can see there, it curls this way. They curl around. I'm just trimming those off, so it's a nice flush bottom. I feel like I say this all the time, but it might be someone's first video. so much faster with these. You're okay, little guy. The two Billies are next, so I thought I would share. Good. How's my big boy? Hi. Great boy, you get back. I'm so sure today is the day that he actually liked me again after almost a week of the cold shoulder. Are you ready? You trust me? Good. Black hooves, I say, they're typically better. Now, his back left was bugging him. So, oh no, yeah. So, see if you can see this. Kind of see right in there, it's scabbed up now. So I think it's healing. And my battery's dying. Darn it! Yep. Like 2 feet. Foot. Good. You're much better than me at this. Well, you guys, it has been a long day. There's a reason Mark was with us just then. I reached my end today trying to trim those ram hooves. I stopped when there was like 11 left and I looked at them and I'm like, oh, should I stop now and go ship lambs while I'm still somewhat sane. I'm like, no, I can push through. I'll get the rest of these done. And I should have listened to that little thing called my intuition, because it was my body saying, enough, Sandy, you're done. And literally I got those 11 in the chute. Every single ram was just not wanting to go forward. They all wanted to go in reverse. They are so heavy and so big, and they know I am like no match for them. Anyway, by the time I got the first one of those 11 in the tilt table, my clippers died because the battery was on like empty the whole time. Anyway, when I was about to start crying, I texted Mark. I'm like, are you home? I need you so bad. I just needed him to help me push them in, because as soon as they knew he was there, they all went in, no problem. But when I think they could sense that I was like frustrated and tense, and I should have just stopped, and I kept going. And then he offered to help me load lambs. So very thankful. I know a lot of you give Mark a hard time for not helping me. Most of the time he just stays out of my way because I'm a
Bit of a force.
and I have a system, and then he starts to find holes in the system, and then we start to squabble. So for the sake of our marriage, we tend to be a little individualistic in certain times. And tonight I was just so thankful that he took the time to help me. I try to be very positive here for you guys. I had to turn off the camera a lot today because I was just like, I was losing my mind. Anyway, I look forward to this drive. I'm just gonna crank the heat and relax my body for the next 35 minutes. By the way, this is really good. Sparkling water, it's very good. Good morning, you guys. As you can see, last night I parked this sucker, went straight to the house, had some supper, had a shower, and went right to bed. I was so sore and so tired. I don't know what is going on with my body. I'm gonna be 46 in like a month and a half. I don't know, guys. Who here is in their 40s and feeling like maybe like their bodies are starting to fail them? Drop me a line in the comments so I don't feel like I'm the only one that feels like this. I look at my dogs in envy with all their energy. Today we got a bunch of stuff going on, and first things first, I did no cleaning up after I finished last night. I'm just gonna run to the barn, tear everything down, clean up from yesterday. This is the mayhem that was left behind. So I'm going to clean this all up before I start to feed. Well, here we are again. I feel like I do chores and then I weigh lambs. Do chores, weigh lambs. My friend is coming today to pick up those ewe lambs, so I want to run them over the scale again today to sort them out of that group, and I will throw them in. I'm not going to throw them. I'm going to place them into my holding pen, and then I'll rearrange my handling system so it will be all lined up to go on the loading ramp. And then he should be here probably late afternoon to pick those up. I think he's actually at the sales barn today. If I knew, I could have brought my ewe lambs. I was there like hours ago. I could have brought my ewe lambs and met him up there, but that's okay. He's coming here, so I don't have to do anything. All right, I'm gonna set up and see how they've grown in a week. Probably not very much, but we'll see. Okay, just firing up the old Gallagher once again. And I'm likely, as I put them in, I might do a little reach around just to make sure they're not a boy, because the boys, I'm not going to bother taking their information again. I'm just going to let them go straight through and back in their pen. But if it is a ewe lamb, I'll scan her, and if she's Ile-de-France or Suffolk sired, then I will divert them into this pen. Well, right when I was about to put the first ewe on, I got a text, and the prices are so my friend who's buying my ewes is at the stockyard right now, and he said my lambs went so high, there's no way he can pay that. And I'm like, I don't need that much from you. And he's like, no, I want to see you get what they're worth. So I think after all this, I don't think he's coming now. so I have to put them back away. Oh. There you go. There you go. Shh. Give you guys a different view. Look, where are they all going? Keep going. Honestly, holding up traffic. Keep going. Come on, guys. Come on. No. No. Turn around. No. Turn around. Turn around. You know where the door is. You've been through every week. What? Like, no. No. Yep. No, one more step. Like, one more step. Keep going. There you go. So smart. No. No. There. There you go. Way you go. Follow. Way you go. Way you go. Come on. I forgot to give you guys a little update on the ventilation in here. Since the beginning of the week, the temperature is still pretty cold, but the sun has been so intense that the air temperature in this barn actually got too warm. And then we were starting to get condensation and the litter was starting to get moist, exactly how I predicted it would happen. So I was able to open the chimneys just a crack. I turned the airbags back on, and as soon as I turned it on, it was like a tidal wave of water popped out of the bag, out of the air holes. So I'm thinking the inside must have had a lot of ice coating in the bag, and then when that air temperature warmed up, it must have just all kind of gathered at the bottom of the bag, and then when I turned on the fan, it just blew out a whole bunch of water. It was kind of satisfying. But anyway, the air in here is so much better than when I walked in here this morning. It had that real humid, you could feel it in your nose, and I don't like that. If I can feel it at this level, they for sure are feeling it at that level, and it can be very dangerous for the respiratory. So the air is like, it's much better. It's cooler. So what I will have to do at night is likely come back and do some checks. And if it's real cold, I might have to just tighten things up a little bit and maybe just turn my bag a little bit. It's got a variable speed, so I might get away with just having it at a pretty low speed overnight. But again, I'm learning the system, and it's nice to know, like, within minutes the air can get cleaned out of here. Me and Mark were talking last night when he was helping me load lambs, and he said, we should actually put it on a timer, and then on those really cool days when we kind of want it off, once every hour it can like push in some real nice fresh air. So that's also a really good idea. So again, really good ideas, but we have terrible follow through. So I guess I'll leave that up to you guys because you guys have really good memories. I want to show you what I've just discovered, which is not making me feel real good. 1, 2, see the third ewe in? Check out that udder. Even her udder. Yikes. So what that means is we potentially might have lambs in 2 weeks. The problem with those lambs is I will have no idea who the daddy is because they broke out a couple weeks early. So I'll have no genetic information really on those, which means I can't keep any of those lambs. And March is usually a group that I tend to try to keep some replacement ewe lambs off of. So I'm hoping there's very few. This is the unforeseen things that can happen when you're not here. or when you have really poor gate tying up things. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I was up to. I channeled my inner Carissa for the afternoon, and look what I did. I cleaned. Look at over there. That was driving me crazy. So now it's completely cleaned up. I got rid of that table. I know a lot of you guys want me to put like a table on casters or something. So I put the table that I had over by that door. I put it over here. It's just a nicer, longer surface for all my supplies. I do a lot of work over here. It's just nicely kind of a little more organized for what for what I use now. This one was just a bit small. So I got everything kind of cleaned up. I got all the egg bags tied, all the bags tied. The guy that picks them up, the recycle guy that picks these up, it has to be tied a certain way, and only certain plastic can be in these plastic bags. So the wrap that goes over the hay bales can't be the same wrap that you get used in the egg bags. So I just did some sorting and kind of cleaning up this corner, which always just seems to be a mess. I hate it. So there is a reason that I'm cleaning up this little corner. I've been keeping a bit of a secret from you guys. A friend of ours is in construction, and I was begging Mark last week if we could actually build my little dream loft up there, and he said no. I'm like, well, would you be offended if I asked our friend Trev? And he said, no, not at all. So I texted him right away, and he came last week and just took some measurements. So he's gonna do it just kind of on his own time, and he's got all the stuff. He said he might even have a door and a window. So my hope, the problem is we're gonna have to move this bin, so we're probably gonna move it out a bit, and then the stairway will have to run kind of parallel to the actual building, and then the door will have to be kind of on the side. Because we just don't have room here with this big door to just go directly on top. So that's pretty exciting. So I just want to have this clean in case because he didn't tell me when he was coming. He just said, I'll come on a really crappy day. This corner's been bugging me, so now it's clean and ready to go. He's not gonna really come. We have a couple weeks left of corn. We just filled that corn bin, so we can't move it until it's empty, of course. So anyway, that's the big exciting news I'm pretty pumped about, and it's kind of thanks to you guys, because you guys always remind me that, you know, when are you gonna do that? And I'd love to have it up and going for my March lambing group, just have a place to drink my coffee and just relax, maybe edit. So yeah, pretty excited. All right, that's it for today, guys, but thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you again.